Ladies and gentlemen, friendly reminder, your review packet is due the day of your exam, completely and entirely completed to the exact specifications that I want. Today's the last day for makeup work. It is due at 3:30 today, absolutely no exceptions. If you have like week 17 do nows you're missing, that's not what this is. We get that, correct? If you're behind on this week's do nows, it's not due today by 3:30. If it's week 10 do nows, you bet your bottom dollar they are due at 3:30 today. Do we see the difference between week 17 and week 10? So, now, for your review packet, we're going to fill in a bunch of the holes that I've been skipping because I'm trying to be a grown-up today. It's painful, and I don't like it, but we're going to try it. With that being said, my goal is to finish this review packet for Friday. So, if we can finish it Friday, I think we'll all feel better going into the weekend. Can we agree? Worst case, if we don't finish it Friday, I really, really, genuinely believe we can finish it on Monday without much stress. God forbid, or whatever gods you people pray to, if something terrible and atrocious happens, this review packet you'll be completing on your own. Everyone's clear on that, correct? Okay, but I'm...
Well, I don't know. I'm just confused.
It's like he doesn't listen. I don't know why I'm talking to you. You don't listen either.
Why would we have it on Monday? Am I missing like something there?
Thank you, Caroline. I have really full expectations of finishing Friday. God forbid we have like 1 or 2 boxes. But if there's a real catastrophe that occurs, then the rest of the packet's on you. Is everyone clear on that? But I'm anticipating us being incomplete. Let's do it on your whiteboard. Let's go. Rex, were you not here yesterday? Yeah, it was weird. You're always here.
What? Yeah, I have like 6 minutes from the last video.
On your whiteboard, please tell me what is involuntary movements called in your nervous system? What regulates your involuntary movements in your nervous system called? Good. What do you got, Sophia? Autonomic. On your whiteboard, what describes the degree to which a test actually tests what it's supposed to test? What is it? Diana? On your whiteboard, what is learning without reinforcement? Tolman is the dude behind it. What do you got? Zoe? On your whiteboard, please tell me what controls our fight or flight responses. It excites our body into response. Increases our blood pressure. McCrae's making moves. What do you got? Maggie?
Parasympathetic.
No. It's not parasympathetic, it's then sympathetic. Fight or flight is sympathetic, ladies and gentlemen. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is it called when researchers don't know who is in the experimental group or who is in the control group? It is done to eliminate observer bias. What do you got? Hampton. Double blind. On your whiteboard, please tell me, this controls muscle movement and language creation. It's in your left hemisphere and it's in your frontal lobe. What do we got? Zach.
Broca's area.
Broca's area. Zach, how can we remember it?
Broke the jaw.
There you go.
Couldn't speak if you had the jaw.
There you go. There you go. On your whiteboard, who are the 2 dudes behind classical conditioning? You just casual friends with your boy John B.
JB Dub. That's my guy.
Lauren, who are they? On your whiteboard, who's the dude who does the forgetting curve? What we got? Aiden. Nice. So McCrae's blowing up my phone right now because he's planning our, like, in December we usually go on like a bunch of trips, and he's planning one of our trips. I'm sorry.
You should just sit nice right
Well, that's what I wrote. Nice. Well, he knows I'm teaching, and he knows I shouldn't be responding. Oops. Very well done, Aiden. Thank you for sharing your answers with the group. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is it. If this refers to testing. If a test is this, the same person will earn a similar score on all retests. What is it, Sarah? Reliable. On your whiteboard, please tell me what stage of sleep does hypnotic jerk occur? What do you got, Drew? Stage 2. What brain activity is occurring during hypnotic jerks? Caroline. Sleep spindles. On your whiteboard. Please tell me what machine measures your brain waves? What do you got? Grace. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is please tell me who's the dude behind Bobo Dolls?
Sorry.
Okay. Get your damn feet under off my face. This is not on. Yeah, today I put my foot up on my little spot and I had a kid's foot
That's a good
there.
spot.
And the kid was like, but my feet were there first. I was like, excuse me? And they're like, I mean, I guess you can put your feet. It's my damn box!
I was always confused why you didn't let me put my feet on that.
I didn't. You kept doing it.
I know, I was confused why though.
Who is it, Sophia?
It's a non-valid question.
No. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is Jane Goodall is a perfect example of what? I don't know. That's what you're supposed to know, Ada. Natural selection. What is it, Diana? On your whiteboard, please tell me who's the dude who believes in multiple intelligences. What do we got? Samuel Gardner. That color looks pretty on you. All right, here we go. We are going to fill in some of the empty boxes that I've been avoiding.
Where are you planning to go this
Well, we're going to a bunch of places, but he's trying to plan out Christmas right now. And we're going to my parents' house.
What are a bunch of places?
Where? I don't know.
Anywhere interesting?
No. No. Stop texting me. Hello. I'm ready to begin now, like a grown-up. No, it's my husband. Sometimes there's important things, and then sometimes it's stupid shit, like right now. Visual. You can't see it. Christ, don't texting me. Of course, I'm recording this, so.
She recorded
What?
Record the nice.
Yes, I recorded
it.
everything. Is it that exciting?
I'm over here diving on this better.
What? I can't. I literally can't. Visual Cliff Gibson is the chick behind it. You're going to want to write small for this one. This box has a lot. Gibson. On a,
Before we do this.
on a glass table. Baby crawls on small checkered pattern. Then reaches, in quotes, end of the table. Where the checker pattern becomes bigger. Now, why is at the end of the table in quotes here?
It's not actually.
It's not really the end of the table. We're not trying to kill children. Okay, so it shows changes in depth. The baby won't go in quotes, over the cliff. Why is over the cliff in quotes? It's not a real cliff. We're not trying to kill children. Or onto the big checkered pattern. Shows depth perception. Is innate. Or born within. Little Albert. No. Watson. Okay, shows that fear is classically conditioned. Parentheses, elicited. And generalization occurs with similar triggers. Parentheses, fur, color, etc. Will elicit the feeling of fear. Without conditioning. Potter, stop shaking the turbo. Okay, Skinner boxes. B.F. Skinner. Test operant conditioning. This kind of has a lot. I'm telling you to write small, Aiden. Test operant conditioning on animals. Boxes have a button and a dispenser. Depending on reinforcement schedules, it dictates frequency of reinforcement. Okay, this is where write small. A 1-to-1 ratio equals continuous. Fixed equals same. Varying equals changes. Interval equals time-based. Ratio equals number of hits required. And I'm going to underline ratio, interval, varying, fixed, 1-to-1 ratio. Bobo Doll is by Bandura. It's observational learning. Kids learn from watching, imitating, and adding to what was seen. Forgetting curve is Bangus. He does the forgetting curve. He's the one with the nonsense syllables. We do retain some info for long-term memory, but we lose most info immediately. Bell dog experiment is Pavlov. It's obviously classical conditioning. Dogs drool on command. Not food. Shows us that we can be triggered by experiences not just sensations. All right, you're gonna have to tell me where we have gaps. Ganglion? Okay. Ganglion. They are photoreceptors. Located in the retina. The order goes bipolar, rods and cones, then ganglion. Ganglion cells to break down light. Light on the retina. We got that whole page done? Nice, flip it. Standard deviation? Okay. What did I make? There you go. And then I'm drawing the median line right here. I'm going to make it nice and thick. Okay, I'm going to label it median. The mean makes the median of the point. Because it's all done by math, so it's a perfect. Okay, then we have okay, so we have 1 standard deviation below the mean, 2 standard deviations below the mean, 3 standard deviations below the mean, 4 standard deviations below the mean. Then we have 1 standard deviation above, 2 standard deviations above, 3 standard deviations above, and then 4 standard deviations above. Okay. Your percentages. 1% of data is in 4 standard deviations below. 2% of data is 3 standard deviations below. 14% of data is 2 standard deviations below. And 34% of your data is 1 standard deviation below. 34% of your data is 1 standard deviation above. 14% is 2 standard deviations above. 2% is 3 standard deviations, and 1% is 4 standard deviations. Now, between 1 standard deviation below to 1 standard deviation above holds 68% of the data. So your average intelligence, how much of the world has average intelligence? 68% are either within 1 standard deviation below or 1 standard deviation above. You need to know that 95% of all data is between 2 standard deviations below to 2 standard deviations above. So 95% of all data is between that point. Okay? That's all you need to know. So, does everyone understand when we talk about standard deviations? You don't have to solve, you don't have to do the math for it, but everyone gets it? Okay. Hypnotic jerk we've done, haven't we? Okay, visual cliff, leave it on there. We finished everything else? Okay, leave visual cliff, because there's a reason why it's there and I can't remember why I need it. Okay. Flip it to the back. Because I don't know where your packet is. It's mixed up into my other packets. So, what, I don't want to do memories right now. Gifted intelligence, I'll do gifted intelligence. We'll start there. Is that okay? Alright, gifted intelligence. Yeah. Gifted intelligence are people who have an IQ of 130 or higher. They are a small population of people who are, and I'm going to write nice and big R, well adjusted, and fully integrated into normal society. Why am I going out of my way to say these people are normal? Why? Grace Mary? Yeah, super eccentric. They didn't have any friends. They just sat in a white room and like stared at the wall all day. Okay, so they are normal people. You need to know that. Okay, so your ranges of intelligences. So 130 and above are your gifted. 115 to 130 is above average. '85 to 115 is average. 70 to 85 is below average. And then you have 55 to 70, which is mental retardation. What? What? No, I'm not going. Oh, you don't need to know those. You don't need the breakdown of like severe, all that stuff. Okay. Sigmund Freud we did. Which one else do you need? Continuous reinforcement. Okay. Continuous reinforcement is a 1-to-1 ratio. This type of reinforcement is the fastest and easiest way for exhaustion to occur, which will cause extinction of the behavior. Okay, so imagine if every time you answered a question in my class, I gave you chocolate. In the beginning, would you be super excited about it?
Yes.
However, what would get really old really quickly? Chocolate. And God forbid I ran out of chocolate one day. Are you going to punish me? Well, I'm not going to volunteer unless I get chocolate. Right? And then we're going to sit in silence awkwardly. Okay, so people only can take so much 1-to-1 ratio stimulation. All right, selective attention. Is that the one we need next? Okay, selective attention. Our brains. There's a lot of information here. Our brains cannot process all the sights, sounds, and smells presented to us at all times. So, our sensations have to select for us what to focus on and experience fully. The sensation will move info from our sense organs to sensory memory, and only, and I'm going to underline only, if selection occurs, it goes to working memory. When do we acknowledge things? In what stage of memory can we process it? Hello? In sensory memory? Working memory, people. That's your conscious experience. Hello? Are we alive? Do we have any thoughts? No, we have 0 thoughts. Excellent. Cool, cool, cool. Sensory conflict is when your sensations are overwhelmed with multiple smells, sights, and experiences that our brain cannot process. And essentially stops relaying information to our brain. Have you ever been in like a candle store or perfumery and like you're just like you smell everything and then you just stop being able to smell a single thing and you're just like, does it even smell in here? I don't even know. And people are like, how can you not smell it? And you're just like, it's too much. No. You people are the worst today. What is wrong with you? Hmm? What?
Never been to Kansas.
Can't say I've been to a perfumery.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it. I don't know why I couldn't process that information, but I couldn't. All right. Kind of like habituation, but it's more like you just have too much going on. Have you ever like been like completely overwhelmed? Like you're seeing things happening, you're smelling things, you're like feeling things, and you're just like, oh my god, I just can't. That's sensory conflict. Habituation is like that whole process. Look at you, girl. All right, what else? I'm not brushed up on my ecstasy, so we're gonna skip ecstasy. Like, I need to take some time to like. No, I just need to brush up on it. All right, cognitive perspective is cognitive dissonance, which we'll deal with. Which is funny because like, cognitive dissonance is something you guys hate. And like, it was on CNN the other week. And they were trying to explain it to people, and it was funny because they did a terrible job explaining it, just like I'm doing at the moment. Do I watch CNN? I do. I also watch Fox News too. I go back and forth.
It's not like GDC.
But they're both.
The BBC. The BBC, I just feel, are so cold. Hello.
That's how news should be.
10 people were murdered.
That's how news should be. BBC.
I know, but like they have like no empathy. Like they'll tell you the same excitement for like the Queen decorated Easter eggs today. 10 people died on a volcano.
That's like NPR.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, I don't need it to be like warm and fuzzy. I think I want to go. Goodbye. I'm done with you.
Cut it off at 3:20.
Yeah, because I gotta wait for all these